Hey everyone, it's your girl, Maddie here, aka Beaver Mosh, and well, today I'm talking to you about 3737 from the Portland, Oregon based Robots of the Ancient World. Is coming off of Small Stone Recordings. And this is the third studio album from Robots of the Ancient World. And this band really puts their foot down in the stoner metal, doom, and stoner rock territories and really excels at doing that. Those psychedelic, fuzzy guitars and textures that you would expect are here. And that is paired with just some really damn good songs. I've heard a lot of records this year that try to do similar things as 3737, but with the writing and the performances and the arrangements on this record, it really stands out more than a lot of those other records that I've mentioned. This gurgling, swelling riff on Hindu Kush is brought forward with this rubbery bass pattern, while these phaser effects are just let loose. This record is not fucking around with the stoner aspects, while the vocals have this slacker approach to it, kind of this sludgy sound, while utilizing that to bring forth some really infectious, druggy melodies. I'm impressed by the layering and the production here. The vocals are a bit deeper in the mix, surrounded by this wall of guitars, and it really sucks you in that way. The guitars feel thick and fuzzy, and there's a power attached to them. The chorus here is big and eruptive, something the band is very good at. The leads has that jam band bluesy approach. You just want to kind of close your eyes to it and not along. Creature takes everything in a more hazy, atmospheric direction with these unsettling samples, these swelling guitar notes, and this reverb heavy backdrop. But that's before everything burst open into this thick, dripping in acid guitar solo, full of feeling and destructiveness. These Mastodon-esque riffs are so heavy and gnarly, it feels like it's constantly punching you in the ears, especially if you're wearing a good pair of headphones. The vocals are very catchy, but with a snarl and a vicious bite. Listen to how these bends just kind of pierce through and bleed through these angered strum downs. It all culminates in this mindfuck wall of sound. Unholy Ghost, I love this chug, groove-oriented riff that feels like he could have fit right on Master of Reality. It has that vintage doom aesthetic to it. And once again, the lead work focuses more on feeling and nastiness over technicality, and in doing so, it's effective as hell. The hook on this track with the harmonized vocals is so fun. This is a jam. Have a good time with it. While the bass kicks ass all over this record, and especially this track, listen to how it's just thrown around everywhere. Mustache features this meditative guitar intro that is just being scorched in the desert sun as it matches itself to this subtly building drum passage. It's deliciously ominous. Everything builds slowly. The gain is added. The vocals become more aggressive. The drums become more intense. It has all the right boxes for a great stoner rock track. The vocalist continues to describe someone who is lost, but communicates that with the utmost indignation. Now, yes, this is an album that leans heavily into the psychedelic side of things, but not in the flowery sense. This is a dark, wicked record. On Silver Cloud, we get this spiraling, hypnotic guitar work with all the leads kind of intertwining with each other in this fascinating little web. It's slow, fuzzy, and full of smoke, and I just kind of drift away as this record seems to want to knock me into a stupor, especially with these kind of fluttering, almost pretty melodies underneath the distorted, droning wall of guitars. It's a very interesting mixing decision. There's this murky, impressionistic bit with some interesting guitar experimentation going on. I'm going to throw out a cliche way to describe this, but trippy. Trippy is the right way to describe what's going on here. These angular, humming guitar runoffs, these shuffled rhythms, and just these disorienting sounds just coming off of everything. It methodically brings me forward to a destination over its 10-minute runtime, and I'm locked in for every moment of that. So much detail to satisfy me, and it's coordinated so well. The record sound is economic and muddy. The tunes are badass, and it's freaking heavy. So many components that add up that make this a very enjoyable experience for me. The title 3737 refers to the album's runtime, and 37.5 minutes seems perfect for this. It's enough time to kind of stretch out and develop, but not overstay its welcome. It never feels like it's dragging on. It just kind of ends before that happens. For stoner fans, stoner metal, if you dig bands like Caius or Blood Ceremony, then this is right up your alley. You're gonna enjoy this, so check it out. And hey, those are my thoughts. If you enjoyed this, tell me. Hit that like button. It'd mean the world to me if you'd consider subscribing. I have a Twitter you can follow. Link to that. It's in the bio of this YouTube channel. Leave a comment. I love engaging with those. Hey, I have a Patreon now. Thank you to my patrons already. No pressure to give, but it would be very appreciated. A way to keep this more sustainable. And you right there watching right now, keep it metal. My name is Maddie, aka Beaver Mosh. Signing off.